Hi guys, Miss Brightens here. I hope everybody had a great first week of school. If I saw you at school, it was awesome to see your faces smiling and back in the building. I think we had a fantastic first week. I know that some of you are feeling a little overwhelmed though, right? All right, don't worry, I'm here to help you and show you guys where to find all of your Spanish assignments and how to turn them in. Now, a lot of you have already done that. You had a successful week one, you found your specials assignments, you made sure to turn them in or to check in with me, and you guys have just done an awesome job. But I know there are still some students who are feeling a little bit confused and not sure where to always find their work. So that's what I'm here to show you right now, just to make sure everybody knows what's going on and how to get their specials work. Okay, as you can see, right now I have my Spanish s'more pulled up on my screen. What I'm gonna do is scroll down. And there's a couple important things I want you guys to notice. The first is over here with your Spanish schedule. If you forget what day you have Spanish, it will always be here on my s'more. And remember, you have an entire week to complete your Spanish assignments. So, for example, my first graders, I was just checking my schedule over there. Sorry. For example, my first graders have Spanish today, Friday. So what that means is you have until next Friday to check in with me and complete all of your Spanish work. And the same thing for every grade level, okay? All right. Next, I'm going to scroll a little bit farther down. As you can see, I added something to my s'more telling you about Hispanic Heritage Month that is coming up this week. So always keep a lookout on my s'more for things like this. I might add, a special announcement or something like that. All right, underneath that, this is where all kindergartners can find their assignments. I will keep the week that we're on, and I will keep the last week underneath it, just in case you missed any assignments or something like that. First graders, the same thing for you guys. You are right underneath kindergarten. You have your assignments for the week, and then you have your assignments from last week in case you missed something. Both kindergarten and first grade. Every week you have this form. It says completion form. You're going to click that and fill it out, and it gets sent back to me. And that's how I know that you have done your Spanish work for the week. Sound good? Okay, moving on to my second graders, my third graders, and my fourth graders. For you guys, all of your Spanish assignments are going to be posted in your Spanish Google Classroom. So what you need to do is if you know you have Spanish that day. So let's just go, for example, let's say we are a third grader. Sound good? How about Mrs. Tatarka's class? Okay, all right. So for example, say you're a third grader in Mrs. Tatarka's class and you have Spanish on Wednesdays, and it happens to be a Wednesday. When you get home from school, it's then your job to log on to your Google Classroom and check what your Spanish assignments are that week. Okay? Now, if you don't remember, I'm going to open a new tab. You can always get to your Google Classroom by clicking this waffle. If you're logged into Google and you're just on the internet and you're on Google's homepage like I am, that waffle should always be up in the corner. I'm going to move me for a second. If I click that waffle, I have all these Google apps that come up. But if I check, I can find Classroom right here. So if I click my classroom, you're going to see all my Spanish classes come up. Your screen might look different, but you also might have multiple classrooms up here, right? Maybe for some of your different specials. So you're going to look here and find your class. And again, we're going to pretend we are in 3rd grade in Mrs. Tatarka's class. So I found it right here, 3rd grade, Tatarka, Spanish. We are good to go. So I'm going to click that. And when I do, it takes me right to my Google Classroom for Spanish. All right. So as you can see, I have actually already posted your assignments for this next week. You can see I wrote you guys a message here. I told you what we are going to be learning this week or focusing on or practicing. And then I told you how many assignments you have and what all of those assignments were. So it's kind of like a mini checklist for you. So you can know, did I complete everything? Okay, so this week it says you have 3 Spanish assignments to complete. They are listed down below, like I said. And if I scroll a little bit more, I can find 1, 2, 3. Those are my 3 assignments for the week. Perfect. You can also find your assignments up top. If you click classwork up here, it will show you what classwork you have for Spanish this week. If you also look, you can see that these last 3 say due September 23rd. So that's a week from when you have Spanish is when that assignment is due. So if you're looking on this classwork tab and you're ever a little bit confused as to which assignments you're supposed to be doing, look at that due date. That's going to give you a big clue as to which assignments you've already done, like these ones I posted in the beginning of September. Those ones we've already done. So I would look at these and say, oh, that day hasn't happened yet. I must have to do those assignments, okay? So this, I know we're using 3rd grade as our example, but the same thing is going to happen if you're in 2nd grade or you're in 4th grade. Your Google Classrooms will look a little bit different because you'll have some different assignments and you have a different class color. But how you find your assignments, how I post them is the same. So just to show you, here's a 4th grade classroom. This is Mrs. Joyner's class. You can see same thing. Here's her announcement, tells how many assignments they have this week, tells them a list of what those assignments are. And right underneath is where I posted all of them. Again, if I go to classwork, all of those assignments are posted up here with a due date right here. All right, just as an example, let's go to 2nd grade. Let's say Mr. Gallagher's class, okay? Same thing for you, 2nd graders. Here's your announcement. Here's your number of assignments, your assignment list for the week, and your assignments are right underneath. Also in your classwork tab with a due date right here. See, we are good to go. Okay, the last thing I want to show you, actually 2 more things, sorry. So some of you are asking, well, Ms. Brighton, how do you know I did my work? How do I check in with you? Well, Google Classroom has an awesome feature and it actually keeps track of that for me. On my Google Classroom, I have a special tab that says grades right here. If I click that, I can see every assignment that I've given you, right? Do you see? These were your first assignments, and these are the 3 for next week. Now, obviously, almost none of you have done them. That's because it hasn't happened yet. But if I look at your assignments from this last week, I can see, for example, it's been turned in. So as you can see, I can see a student's name over here in the corner, and I can see that they've turned in their work. They've done it. Great job. So if I scroll down, do you see all these turned ins? That's how I'm checking that you've done your work. So you do not need to email me or complete a form to let me know you've done your work. If you go into Google Classroom and you clicked your assignment, Google will let me know that you've completed it. Kind of saves you some work, right? So that's what's really important, that we all know how to find and figure out. And the last thing I want to show you in your Google Classroom, if I go back to the main page, and I can do that just like I did, sorry. So I could just click this class up here, the name of my class, and it will take me back to that home page of Google Classroom. Okay, once I'm here, I've also heard a lot of questions about where to find your other specials. Some students have messaged me or they've talked to me when I've been in their classrooms or in the hallway and asked me where they can find the s'more for their other specials. Well, if you could find your Google Classroom, then you can find that other s'more because I put it in your Google Classroom. So if you scroll down just a little bit, right here, I said related arts s'more. You can find information for all of your specials classes right there. And I will make sure to keep this s'more on your Google Classroom all year long so you can always find the other specials. Okay? So quickly, I just want to show you how that works. If I click that, I'm now on the s'more page for every special at Byram Lakes. So if I scroll down, here is my schedule. So again, in case I forget what day I'm supposed to be in what special, I can check that schedule and see what day my grade level has each class. All right, here we go. If you are in second grade, third grade, or fourth grade, you can click this to get to your art class with Mrs. McTaggart. If you are in kindergarten or first grade, you can click this to get to your art class with Mrs. Harvey. If you're looking for your gym class or your health class, it is right here with this picture of the delicious looking s'more. And that's how you can find all that information. If you're looking for music with Mrs. Scatoro, that's right here. And you can see that little Bitmoji looks like Mrs. Scatoro, right? And if you're looking for how to get to Spanish class, I am right here at the bottom in case you don't remember where my Spanish s'more is. I hope this helps all of you. I hope it makes finding your specials assignments that much easier. But what I do want to tell you guys before you go is don't worry. Listen, this school year is very different than any school year in the past. And you guys are learning a whole new way of going to school. And your teachers are learning a whole new way of how to teach you. So we're all learning together. And there might be some bumps in the road, right? Don't stress. All of your teachers are here to help you. If at any time you forget what I just told you in this video, you can always go back and rewatch it. But you can also just ask me if you see me at school, or send me an email and ask me a question, or you can write a comment on your Google Classroom and I will respond to that comment helping you out. Guys, your teachers are here to help you in any way. Don't worry, we are all going to make this an awesome school year together. All right, friends, I will see you next week, and I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Adios.